I'd like to call to order the April 23rd, 2025 Estacada Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. Can I get a roll call?
Commissioner Lenchitsky is absent. Commissioner Tesdall,
Here. Sorry.
Commissioner Huff,
Here.
Commissioner Brandt,
Here.
and Chair Shebrel.
Present. And can I get a motion to approve the minutes from last month's meeting?
I motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any citizen concerns or comments? Okay, let's give it to Melanie.
Okay, thank you. This is Melanie Wagner. I'm city manager. And so I just wanted to come and share our preliminary review of the City of Estacada wayfinding signage that we've been working on. And Stephen, I think it was you and Vincent. I can't remember who, like probably a year or more ago.
Yeah, I think Vincent, it was his brainchild, and then I was on the commission. I was helping out with it. So
Okay, right. So we're finally moving that forward. And in your packet, there's a brochure of our preliminary wayfinding signage plan. I'm not sure what page that's on, but hope there's not too many pages. I have it pulled up on my computer. It is, I guess it's close to the last one there. Anyway, so if you wanted to follow along with me, I'll just kind of walk through it. We are trying to look at this as an overall system type of a project. We do have some wonderful signs that were put up in Estacada. I am not sure how long ago, more than 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't know. There's still, there used to be one in City Hall, and then there's one over by the dentist office across Broadway, and there's one further down at the subway building. And they were very nicely done. They kind of pointed people to what they might find in the downtown as they're entering off the highway. And so, but it is time to redo those. So in this packet, we've got some examples of some, well, first we have the locations where I think we would like to put them. And if you notice on the key or the legend, there's phase 2 and phase 3. So we might try to do this depending on, I'm not sure how much it's going to cost yet. And so we'll probably break this down into phases. But those are our ideas of locations. And then following that is some examples of what kind of signage fits in different locations. And then some examples of what our branded signage could look like. And I was kind of initially, I was thinking of like the very last, well, not the last page, the page with the smaller sign that looks like it's on a pole. I was kind of picturing that at first, like they have in Oregon City, where you would just have the, a little guy on a bicycle or a walker, and it says how many minutes it's going to take you to get to a certain location, which is but then as it kind of evolved, what we were talking about, you can see it's a little more, it looks better. It's got our brand, QR code there if we want to direct them to information. And so I think it's coming together very nicely. I've also been approached by the school district because they would like to put up a sign that would acknowledge their state championships. And so I think that would be very cool. So we'd like to maybe, work. I have sent it up to them, but I haven't had a response yet. So maybe I had a typo in my email address, but so I'll need to double check back with them. But we've checked with the Downtown Estacada Commission, and it's going to the Economic Development Commission. And we also thought U.S. Parks and Recreation might want to provide some feedback either on the way the signs look or where locations where you think they'd be helpful or other information that you'd like to see on there that you think would be helpful to people. And so I'm here I'll just jot down unedited any information you want to give me, and then we'll take it back and discuss it with John Lagarza from Healthy Sustainable Communities. He's the one who's putting this together for us.
yeah, no, this look great. Are you thinking that one design is exclusive of the other, or would there be possibly a mix of the two if one of
think a
these
mix.
doesn't get foot traffic? Yeah.
Yes, I think it would be a mix, like the larger sign, the one that's basically a sign all the way up.
Right.
I'm thinking like that would be more in our downtown perhaps. But then as we have, like if we're out at a park or something and wanted to like, hey, if I walked to downtown, how long would that take me? Then that might be the smaller sign.
Right.
Or I like some of those post signs too, where it's just like it's a slender sign that just is right on the post, just gives you information. And we could also put a QR code on there so that people could, know more information about parks or about what's in downtown or where the library is at. If you want library, we could do a variety of things. So I just kind of wanted to I figure that you are looking at things maybe differently than the Downtown Estacada Commission would look at them, different than I would look at them. And we just wanted to see if you have suggestions.
So is this different than the one that we had originally looked at with all the parks? The signage for the parks? Or is it the same? Like, are we,
I think it's the same project that
Yeah. Same
it's just
project.
expanded. And if you,
Oh,
would-
okay.
yeah, so if you look on the map, which I was kind of just thinking initially of a handful of signs, getting you from downtown up to the library and Wade Creek Park or something. And so then when Vincent and Stephen were looking at it and they were like, hey, Gardner Park, how long would it take to walk in? Or Campanella Park. We have,
yeah, I was gonna
I
say
think-
not all
yeah.
the parks are on here.
I think they are not, let's see.
I think we're missing like 2 or is
Cazadero Heights Park didn't have one.
mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that would be a helpful place to have one. It's in a neighborhood park like that. If
Yeah,
you'd like to
that
see
one in
one.
particular is like, it does feel a little bit like you're in people's backyard when you're going to the
Yeah.
park, and it feels very much, it's like it's for that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's true.
but
Oh.
even like Gardner or something is actually a nice one to visit.
Mhm.
And it doesn't feel like you're, as long as you're not being annoying, it doesn't feel
Right.
like you're bothering anyone who lives there.
So I think we have one at Gardner, one at Campanella. That looks very clustered there in Campanella.
It
But
does.
so that's where we might want to do like the smaller signs if it's on the trail or something.
Yeah.
But Campanella have one over at Wade Creek Park and then up at the apartments that are a little farther past there.
Mhm.
I thought even though that's kind of close together, it might be a good place to have one. Timber Park, do we have one at Timber Park?
I was gonna say, I know it's not our park, but it is a popular park.
Mhm. And city does own property right outside the entrance, so maybe we
Okay.
could put some there.
Yeah,
If you
I
think
think
that
that
would
would be
be-
nice.
There'll be something there eventually, hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
The
Yeah,
dream.
and actually this designs are nice. I think the only difference between the two is just basically the like anticipated mode that of travel that we think people would experience these. So if we're putting this in a place that's like a high foot traffic area, I think the big one makes sense. And then if we're putting this like on a bike route,
on the skinny
then
one.
the little one is, where it's going to be like a quicker read,
Mhm.
and just kind of like helping you on your way there. But yeah, these look really nice.
I think design wise, the only thing I was seeing was on the full height one, where the base material to be determined.
Mm.
I think for representing Estacada, I think that to me, it seems like it should have a wood pattern of some sort instead of like a stainless steel or something like that. We're finding something that just, it wouldn't have to be,
Looks a
It
little
would-
more natural.
Yeah,
looks more
I was
natural.
thinking that too.
Yeah, I don't feel like a stainless steel base would.
Yeah, I didn't really like the, I don't know if we're actually going on
and
colors
obviously-
and stuff, but.
I know they
agree.
make faux wood that would
Yeah.
stand up to the elements pretty well.
Wait, man, we got real wood here.
Yeah,
Do it.
we have
Yeah.
enough. We could just replace it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if that base material,
Mhm.
is that meant to be buried? It looks like, it's at the guy's foot level. So I didn't ask that question. I was kind of thinking that part is, but you would want it up off the ground, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of
Yeah,
these are.
so it
concrete,
probably
some-
is supposed to be up that
Yeah.
high. Okay, so like the base material,
Yeah,
a more
Like if there
natural
is just an
look.
exposed portion or whatever of some material, it seems like it
But
would
even
make
like the
sense.
colors, like I like this brown and green, like, you know, like the natural colors
Mhm.
as opposed to like,
More like
blues.
that new logo that came out.
More like the 120.
Mhm.
People kind of got attached to that right away. It's meant to be a temporary logo, but we're kind of liking it. At some point, so our current logo on the wall behind you, so that's kind of the colors that
Mhm.
we were going for. You know, but that's coming on, it's 9 years old now. And
Oh.
so at some point, probably we want to do another initiative and say, hey, what is, you know, where's Estacada at? Where are we going? And
Yeah.
what kind of a logo would you think would be good? So, okay, but more natural.
And that does represent the river well.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
so
true.
it may end up being kind of a combination of river and forest
I see what you're
Okay.
saying.
that becomes that balance.
Okay. If you're at parks or walking around town or biking, is there any kind of like, would you need information to get someplace specific or just like the general, you know, city hall, fire, library, school athletic fields, maybe? I don't know. Any other places?
People can always look on their phone, I guess, but like this one, for example, like if you just have it like down here and it's like pointing uptown for the library, at some point you have to turn left.
Yes.
So I don't know if you guys are like planning on like putting littler signs like at the turn parts, so it's not just directing somebody like in the general direction
Yes.
where they need to possibly turn to get there as well.
I think that's part of the plan, but I can definitely call that out. Cause like when you get, if you're down here and you head uptown, once you get to Sixth, there is a sign there now that says library that way. But we could do like library that way, Wade Creek Park that way, Cascadia Ridge Park, go this way. Kind of a mid-direction sign,
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be nice.
so you don't get lost halfway. Okay, all right. Anything else thinking? Mm. Yes, Wade Creek Park is on there. The larger one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. Especially now with the water park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
Okay. Well, if you think of anything else, feel free. I know you're talking as a committee tonight, but if you as an individual think of something else and just want to shoot me a message, feel free to do that. And thank you. I know it wasn't all of you on the committee when we were having the discussions about the splash pad, but I feel like you're carrying on, carrying the torch, and it is almost ready to launch. And so thanks for all the effort on that. I know it was a lot of effort.
Yeah, very happy that it's happening in time for my kids to actually use it.
Yes, I know that's the hard part with parks. If you wait too long, the kids have grown up and
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I missed it. Now I feel like the next one will be pickleball and we don't want people to age out where they can't play anymore. So gonna have to work
Yeah.
on that. But maybe that will come up in the Parks Master Plan update because it didn't really rise to the top in the current plan we have. But I think as we work on the update later on in the year, I don't know. We'll see.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's
that was like, it was one of the top 3 things that came out of our survey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Yes, I remember. That's right.
I don't know if you can age out of
So,
pickleball.
all right. Well, thank you so much for the feedback. Appreciate that and
Mhm.
appreciate your work and I will let you go on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Okay, yeah,
you.
Thanks.
All right, are we ready for our committee 101 video?
Yes.
anything else to do on that, or are we ready to move on? We have,
Don't have to do it tonight, but convenient, otherwise just bring it in whenever you have a chance.
okay, next item on our agenda is a letter of support for Parks Master Plan update.
This is what I emailed everybody about last week, where we're gathering public support for this as well. So in your packets, there is the example letter and the rundown of the grant that it is for.
And is this letter just to update the Parks Plan
Yes. so-
without actual details as to what that update is?
Right, so for applying for the grant, they would expect to hear results back in October.
Okay.
Which means they'd set up for an RFP around November. And then if we are successful and everything goes to plan, they would start work around March. So it would take about 12 to 18 months.
Okay. So fund and update to the Parks Master Plan. Which begins then, okay. So, and then, so what is needed from our commission right now? Just, is this just
Um,
informational, or is there anything we need to move on?
You'll just want to get signatures if you're able to, as much support as you are able
Okay.
to grab. And then, yeah, pretty much everything is on the webpage that was linked. So you can just share that. It's a digital letter,
Okay.
so people can sign it online.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Any other comments on that before we move on?
No, I just gather signatures
Yeah.
as much as we can. Yeah.
Okay. Next item is no Planet B, the park table.
Mhm.
When is this again?
This is May 4th from 11 to 2.
Okay. This is in our packets?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like one of the last pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is for the event that Ellie White did a presentation on back in December or
Right.
January.
Mhm.
And so, and we're just planning on setting up a table there with, what do you think we will have, like? What do we have to exhibit?
Whatever you have to bring. I guess it's just more to help support the event. If people want to bring ideas to the commissions, things like that. If you have anything that you'd want to promote for Parks and Rec, that'd be a
Yeah.
good thing to bring. So like maybe Questacada or
Yeah, and
um,
actually, I just got a bunch of stickers made, so.
yeah.
So
we could
more
get
just having a presence there than the very
Yeah,
being an
it's just
exhibitor.
having a table set up that way you're able to participate in the community event and push anything that your commission might want to
Yeah.
be more vocal about.
Yeah, I mean, we could also use this as an opportunity to inform people of some of our initiatives here, like the letter of support, like try to get signatures for that. Get something about the Young Makers Fair in there and concerts.
Mhm.
Um,
So like making a flyer
yeah,
with everything.
yeah.
And then for the signatures, just having like
A
a,
QR code with like URL, since it's all
Yeah.
digital,
Yeah.
with maybe just like something that explains it.
okay,
So,
so just more of an informational booth.
The letter of support for the master plan has a deadline of April 30th.
oh, so that.
So you
okay.
probably won't
Okay.
be able to do anything with that at
Yeah.
the event, but,
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Young Makers Fair and Concerts in the Park is probably, it's probably a good opportunity to let people know about those.
Mhm. And explain people why Arts in the Park is not Arts in the Park anymore. Um, I would, if I make it to that event, it'll probably be noon or after that I'd be able to be there.
Okay.
Because I have a appointment in Hillsborough from 9 to 11, but otherwise I'd be willing to show up for a bit.
Double checking. Makers.
It's Saturday in spring, there's always gonna be something.
That's a Sunday.
Or Sun.
Yeah.
That's Saturday.
It's free. There.
So just informational booth, nothing, like no craft or anything.
Do we
Or do we
have,
wanna do?
oh yeah, I still have to go into the attic and find all the, help clear out our clutter. Maybe we have some clutter that we can give away,
you probably do have some stuff up there that,
like some.
You might
frisbees
have-
and stuff like
yeah.
that.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we were saving the frisbees for something this
Yeah.
spring, summer, so.
okay. So informational and some giveaway,
Yeah.
that'll be good. And then possibly the color sheets, do we still have some of those?
So what?
The color sheets that she had made. Jordan,
Color sheet and put it,
That's right.
refresh my memory.
I thought she had made it like a printout
Mm.
of like some color sheets for,
Yeah, some coloring pages.
yeah,
Oh,
last
gotcha,
summer.
okay. Yeah, if we have this, yeah, we should still do it.
okay,
If not, I could design some.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we want to move on to the Young Makers Fair?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is May 10th. I'll be gone that morning, but I will be back in time to come back and set up. It'll be a little tight, but one thing I did want to raise is so Zach Wegman from library, they're doing a plant sale. They already had planned, they usually do it at the library, and they wanted to use the parking lot, a part of the parking lot. And I was talking to him today, and apparently they always do this the day before Mother's Day for,
Mm.
obvious reasons.
Mhm.
This, which were the same reasons that we thought it would be a good idea to do it the day before Mother's Day. We're not selling any of the same things at all. So I think it's actually a great idea to just have them both be at Way Creek Park, and it's like a one-stop local shopping for
I think that's totally fine. If anything, it'll bring more people.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And so I think there's only 1 hour of overlap between the two events, so that kind of helps things out too. They're earlier, they end at 3, and they're doing some like gardening classes like well before we start or anything. But that said, we were talking about using the community room for something, but I don't really know what, but they definitely need it.
Okay,
So I think we could forego that. We've never needed it in the past or anything
Yeah.
like that. So we just have the booths.
I can't
Uh,
remember what that was for.
So canopies, tables, do we bring tables do we provide tables for people who might not have their own? The same way that we've done canopies. Our sign up form
uh,
only talks about canopies, not tables.
I
Yeah.
don't remember providing tables in the past,
Yeah.
or last year, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's not worry about tables, but canopies are,
They're in the storage room, like right out here.
okay,
I have a key to it, so anytime you guys need to pick them up.
okay. Maybe like a day before I could come by, or it's Fridays are, Go
We're
here.
closed Fridays.
yeah,
So yeah, you'll want to stop in before Friday.
okay, so that Thursday I could come in and grab a few canopies.
Yeah, and the reason we were reserving the community room was just to not have as much cross traffic with anybody. We didn't want somebody having their birthday in there or something like that while we were
Right.
doing our
Oh,
event. So it was more just to hedge our bets and
that makes sense.
Yeah.
ward off any.
So I'm actually gonna meet up with Zach tomorrow, and we're going to figure out what's gonna be a good space to put all of our things, and actually just stand there and walk around and figure out how to organize it. And did we have, so did we have vendors set up? Or am I sorry, like someone said something about ice cream before, like there's I think like Vincent had originally, before he had resigned, he had
Was
set
it-
something up. I think it was like Christie's and like an ice cream truck
Oh, yes,
for
to be
this.
there.
I should get in touch with him.
I
keep meetings here.
talked to the owners at the candy shop and they were very interested in setting up a booth or a table
Yeah,
of sorts.
that would be very appropriate because kids love candy.
Yeah, they were super interested in doing that.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I'm pretty sure my boss at work said that they could donate a case of water.
Okay.
or-
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
And then have you connected with Jesse from Arts about getting the registration info?
Yes, I sent everything over to her because, so I made that, you added that QR code to that? Okay, so that should be going to the form that I made, and I sent it to her with all the info. So, I should send all of us
I think I remember seeing.
the results.
Yeah, the
Or
link.
did I send that to you?
The link has also been posted on Facebook and the city website.
Yeah, I do. I've got the. Yeah, you sent us those 2 links. So that's all live. And we've got 2 signups.
There you go. Oh, we have one.
2 of the same
Yeah.
start.
Well, hopefully that changes. Do we usually get a lot of people that are like day of? 'Cause remember,
I like I hadn't even started yet.
Yeah.
Last year, so I
Um,
started in June.
I know we had 3 people show up
right?
day of,
Okay.
but we had at least like 10 people in total.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we usually, I
Is
think we
there-
had 14 last year, because I remember that was how many we had the year before that.
Oh,
And I
okay.
remember that, like, we matched it.
Is there a way we can like send it to the high school so maybe they can advertise?
That's what Jesse was doing.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
through
don't know.
through their youth
Yeah.
member.
I don't know that that's happened yet. So. And has this flyer already gone out?
This
Or,
was in the water bill, wasn't it? This one?
Water bills have not been sent out yet, but I think it was included. I think it was also in the digital newsletter as well.
okay. Yeah, outside that, I mean, just can I get a head count for who's gonna be there?
for May 10th, I can be there.
Yeah.
what's the day like of the week it's on?
Saturday?
Yeah, it would be a
Two
Saturday.
to 4 PM, May 10th. The day
It
before
says
Mother's Day.
1 to 4.
Does it say 1 to 4?
Does say on for
Okay, cool. It's 1 to 4 now.
it.
I thought it was 2 to 4 too, but I just.
Well, we
noticed-
might have talked about it being 2 to 4, but
You
when I
guys
put it
bumped up
together-
the time for setup. So you guys
Oh,
set
okay.
like 1:15 or something for
Right.
arriving. But then you booked off the Wade Creek room from 1 to 4.
Okay, I mean, then that actually works out fine for because the plant sale is 1 to 3. And
Okay.
if this is starting at 1, realistically, it's gonna kind of like peter out about the same time, so.
Yeah,
Um. But
Yeah.
yeah. I actually like the idea of having full overlap between the two, so it's like one
Yeah.
stop to
yeah.
get crafts and flowers for mom
Mhm.
and art. And then will you be able to make it? Do you know?
I should be able to,
Okay.
at least for part of the time.
Yeah.
Depends on how much my grass is growing.
Yeah. I will definitely be there.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
I'll be able to make it. I work till 2 on Saturdays, but I should be able to get off early. If not, it's like just a couple blocks from
Yeah.
Lake Creek.
Perfect.
Okay. And then yeah, I'll contact Vincent to see to get contact info from him about anything he had to.
Mhm.
And concerts in the park. Have you all seen all the dates
I
in the
haven't.
is that
Last-
this packet now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very last page.
Oh, okay. I see it.
So yeah, there it is. That's all of them.
Okay.
I'm trying, I need to go back through. Summer is always like insane for me.
Mhm.
I need to figure out which of these I'll be at and not. Um,
Are they all on Thursdays?
yes,
Okay.
these are all Thursdays, 6:30, 8:30.
Mhm.
The main thing that, I mean, these are gonna kind of run themselves. Rob's really doing it, but it's good to have someone from Parks
Yeah,
be there just to kind of support. And it's good to bring something for the band, just like a cooler with some, water, sparkling water, or something like that.
Yeah.
just to show a little token of appreciation. So
um,
yeah, I have to go through my whole. Yeah, yeah. Well, these are all Thursdays, so yeah, we'll have to see. I have like an insane
Mhm.
weird amount of time away on this summer, so.
I probably won't be able to make it to the first one, but all the rest of them should be.
I'll be available for the first one. And the second one. And the third one.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Oh, okay,
will
cool.
not be at July 10th.
I can be at every single one. All
Okay.
my time off magically avoids it.
We'll
So,
be able to coordinate more as those come up too.
I think I'm gone for July.
Okay.
But for both of those.
I can be there for both of those.
June 26th, I think I can do everything that weekend, but shouldn't affect it. August 21st, I feel like I'll be.
Yeah, I'm literally gone the entire week between August 7th and 21st, but
Oh, really?
I can be there for those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm out of town.
Yeah, I'm gonna go overseas for a little bit at the end of the month. 7th, maybe. Yeah, any of them I can make, for even if it's for a little bit. I want to be able to get there and
Mhm.
at least just like have our folks all feel supported.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we want to have present at the concerts for
Um,
parks?
Chalk, bubbles,
Yeah,
both those things were really good for the kids to do while the music's playing.
I have
And
giant
then-
bubble wands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bubble wands would be good. Did we talk about yard games?
Yeah, I'm gonna be building those.
Yeah. Okay. I
uh,
know those aren't for kids, but it's still a fun
All
family thing.
ages.
Yeah, all ages. There you go.
and then for food, was that another thing that Vincent was like?
Yeah, that was
okay, so
another.
I'll
Yeah,
get in touch
just
with him.
Get a total handoff from him and
Yeah, I keep meaning to do that and then just Really haven't had time.
Mhm.
Okay, anything else on that?
Anybody didn't see email or hear um, the Founder's Day is being canceled for this
Oh,
year, and
okay.
it's gonna be getting planned the, for in 5 years, whatever, for
The
the,
125.
There'll be a 125 year.
Yeah.
event,
125.
Which is like more,
yeah, so there'll be time for
Yeah.
planning and getting
Okay.
sorted.
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, cool. And is that still being planned as like a one person from each council, or who's planning that?
I don't know on that
Okay.
right at this point.
No
So-
worries.
Yeah, Bev put together a lot of, just, she did a lot of research and compiled a lot of information
Oh,
for
okay.
things that could inform it. But yeah, it would be good to, yeah, start talking about like, something that is actually, fun and attractive for people.
Yeah.
Beyond just like, history lesson.
No, for sure.
Telling you, timber festival, but period tools.
There you go. Yeah.
Hand saws.
Well,
Timber
so
Festival is fun.
one of the things that Bev did was she had been in contact with Philip Foster Farms, and they had
Yeah.
some old stuff, and she was actually able to see what they had, and it was actually a bunch of old pictures that they digitized for her. And there was actually some old parks
Oh,
stuff there,
cool.
like
Oh,
there's a
nice.
pavilion, different things.
Yeah.
So there may be some things that we could draw from there.
Okay, cool.
So anyway,
That's really cool.
not trying to fit that in right all
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
year. So
No.
yeah, that's all I had.
Yeah, other than that, I actually have like a whole grip of Questicata stickers, but I need to cut them up. Are there one of those paper cutter thingies here? All right, I'm gonna have to, I don't want to buy one, so I might just come in and ask if I can borrow it. Get those cut up, but they're pretty sweet. They're like big vinyl stickers, so, or they're 4x4, but they look nice, so.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
And if there's nothing else, then our meeting is adjourned.